the tacos, I take number one, number two.
OK，
Oh yeah. Okay.
所以你们都对了吗？
Yeah.
Okay.
We did. Yeah. And then we have a.
Yeah, I know.
I gave her a cut off, and then we had at the end. Do this year number one, and then out there in the middle, we may have this. I give her this one.
Just call to recognize 就好了，他们会上去。Thank you.
Got it. Thank you. Hi, ladies. We never did a rehearsal for the prayer, so I'm not sure how it goes. But I have the script, hopefully. And
Okay, so we have a video.
It's a prayer 祈祷吗
Yeah,
For the
祈
video.
祷
Okay,
Yeah.
那其他就是 I don't know who's ringing the bell.
Oh, this one I don't know. This is new.
Oh, okay.
For me, this is new. I don't know how that works.
Oh,
那个是怎么敲啊？怎么？
我不知道谁敲 but they said it's ringing the bell. And afterwards, 我是要直接这个六。
讲话。Oh, does 明镜师傅你讲吗 ？After the video.
明镜师傅
1分26秒。I think
有6分钟。
是
没有6分钟，有两位，还有一个泰山师。
那不是，那等一下，这个6分钟是他们两个都要讲的，是 video 前还是 video 后？
我看前面是
这个是我的，对，这是我的。
先走。就后面就是那个
大力之母，哎，那已经过了。
对啊，所以是师傅在这边呢，然后前面就先 video，然后再那个师傅 share。我觉得你们6分钟有2位，所以大概3分钟。那你会介绍吗？
先放 video 再讲。
先放 video 再讲。等下我们再 over 一遍，是谁先？他先还是？
Let's give another round of applause to Midwest Region Tzu Chi.
Okay, it's starting and then.音乐吗？音乐大声一点。他们还不知道过来。介绍。他们在排队。
For what?
Their performance. Let's just introduce.
It's a very long part away.
Okay, should we just?
And it's a video. There is no performance. What are they talking about?
Yeah, that's not a. That's I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, it just doesn't matter. Let's just go then.
Are we going on stage or are we going to be down here?
No, we can go on stage.
你们没有要表演？
没关系，等一下。就是介
现在没有
绍。
表演呢，我们是介绍，然后会
先介
请
绍贵
人来啊
宾。哦，对，有一点改变的。
对，有没有一个 video？有没有一个
哦
video？，
等这个分。
不要冷场。
先贵宾讲话。
Good evening. How's everyone doing tonight? Did you enjoy our delicious Taiwanese buffet?
Yeah.
Returning to be your honored host, I am Holden Lin.
And do you remember my face? I am Teresa Lee.
Happy birthday,
Tzu Chi
Tzu Chi USA.
That's right. It's Tzu Chi USA's 30th anniversary this year, and we are so excited to celebrate this special evening with you tonight. You all have played a part in reaching this milestone, so thank you.
Tonight, we have a number of distinguished guests with us. They have painted people's lives with love, and they are dedicated and committed to bringing a positive impact on our community. Because of them, Tzu Chi USA is able to grow with a strong foundation and countless support. Please give them a very welcome to the City of San Dimas Mayor Curtis Morris.
Let me introduce him first. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Thank you so much for being here tonight with us. Did you enjoy the night here so far? All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. As the MC said, tonight we celebrate the 30th anniversary of Tzu Chi USA. And that is because all of you, all the volunteers, and all the supporters, and all the distinguished honored guests, including the City of San Dimas Mayor, Mayor Morris, and few of the guests here. Thank you so much. So, Mayor, could you please say a few words for us? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'd like to welcome you all to the city of San Dimas. It is a beautiful night, and I can tell you all the nights in San Dimas are this beautiful. But if I did, it wouldn't be totally truthful, so I won't tell you that. But we have been honored in San Dimas to have Tzu Chi as a part of this community for most of those 30 years. And that was a tremendous thing for the city. I think it's been great for Tzu Chi because they've done so well here and done so much in the community. But the preservation of this campus was also very important to the city of San Dimas, and I'd like to say thank you to you and your predecessors and all the people here who made that possible, because this is an oasis in the middle of Los Angeles County, or at the end of Los Angeles County, that we can all be proud of. And when you drive down that kind of winding road that gets you up here and you reach the top, you realize you're in a very special place. So thank you very much for inviting me and allowing me to be here tonight. It's been a great evening so far, and I'm sure it's going to continue that way. So thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you once again, Mayor Morris. Please welcome the Finance and Human Resources Manager of Food Forward, Wendy Chen Epstein.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me all right? Good evening. So my name is Wendy Chen, and I'm here on behalf of Food Forward, Inc. We are a Southern California nonprofit organization that fights hunger and prevents food waste. And the way we do that is we go into people's backyards, and we go to farmers market, and we also rescue produce from the downtown wholesale produce market. And last year, Food Forward rescued over 23 million pounds of fresh produce. That is the equivalent of 8,763 metric tons of CO2 prevented. And so how do we do what we do? And what do we do with that 23 million pounds of produce that we rescue? We work with amazing local agencies, such as the Tzu Chi's Mobile Food Pantry. And we are so proud, we really are, to call Tzu Chi our community partner. Now, what is it that I want to share with you today? I want to talk to you about a story, a very personal story, about gratitude and coming full circle. Now, earlier I talked about how we rescue produce from the wholesale produce market in downtown LA. Now, at the head of that program is my colleague. His name is Luis Yapes. He unfortunately cannot join us tonight, so I'm going to tell you a little about him. Luis is the 6'3" beautiful human being. He is tall, he is big, physically big, right? But what else is also big, and also bigger, is his heart. And he touches everyone around him. So Luis is the oldest son of his family, so he took on the responsibility to take care of his family. He also worked multiple jobs to pay for his siblings' tuition to go to college. 12 years ago, Luis became sick. All that hard work, all that multiple jobs finally took a toll on his body, and he started to shut down. And with all the money that went to his siblings' tuition, he has no health insurance, and he has no money for doctor. So through word of mouth from the community, he learned about Alhambra, Tzu Chi's Alhambra Community Health Clinic. It was a free health service provider. So Luis was able to get treatment, and slowly he was on the mend. And months later, he was able to go back to his normal routine as an activist, and to fight hunger, and to serve the community. So let's fast forward to last year, July of 2018. I received an email from Curtis and Vera, who are the head of the mobile food pantry over here at Tzu Chi. They wanted to inquire about produce for their program. And for me, the decision to supply and to support Tzu Chi is very personal and also professional. You see, my mother passed away. My mother passed away back in 2012. And Tzu Chi's family, their volunteer, who I call brothers and sisters, 师兄 and 师姐们, thank you all so much for being the pillar of support during that hard time for me and my family. So personally, it is a no-brainer. I will do anything for Tzu Chi. But professionally, I am fully aware of the breadth of the great work Tzu Chi does in Taiwan, in the States, and globally. And so when I reached out to Lise and said, I think we have an opportunity here to make a great impact. And Luis basically jumped. He literally jumped and goes, yes! Did you know they saved my life years ago? And that's the moment that we both realized this is the moment for us to act upon our gratitude. And so 2 months later, Tzu Chi's mobile food pantry program started to pick up produce at one of Food Forward's many distribution hubs. Those produce provided a variety of healthy options at their food distribution, two of which are in Alhambra and La Puente, which, coincidentally, is where Luis and I live. This is what I call coming to full circle in gratitude. So I am humbled today, I really am, to stand before you. And Food Forward is so proud to stand alongside Tzu Chi in your fight against hunger and your pursuit for a healthy community and environmental justice. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Chen Epstein. Next, let's please welcome the Secretary of Mount Sac Foundation and the Board of Directors of Laverne, San Dimas Education Foundation, Mrs. Alta Skinner.
Good evening, folks. This is kind of odd for me. Sabrina asked me today if I would do an interview. So here's my interview. I would just like to say I met Tzu Chi about 15 years ago. I came here under Mary Key's invite to come to a scholarship event. And this amazing organization gave 87 $1,000 scholarships to students. But Bonita Unified is part of San Dimas, and there was not one student from Bonita Unified from either of our 3 high schools that got a scholarship. So after the event was over, I went up to William, the CEO at the time, and said, William, why is it that not one student from one of our 3 high schools didn't get one? And he said, well, Alta, this is the deal. When Tzu Chi came to town, we went knocking on doors. We knocked on the door at Bonita Unified, and there was no answer. So we left, and we've not been back. And I said, well, that's going to change. We had a remarkable superintendent at the time, Dr. Gary Rapkin. So the next day I met with Gary, told him what was going on, and within 3 days, Tzu Chi was in his office, and we now have them at Extrans Elementary School tutoring our students, so that's pretty exciting. We've worked for about a year to get Tzu Chi connected with Mount Sac. That came to fruition about 6 months ago, so they are working with student services there and helping to feed the students and getting them involved with the food pantry. For those of you that maybe aren't real familiar with Tzu Chi, I just want to tell you, they are probably the most compassionate, loving, caring group of people you could ever want to associate yourself with. It is always my honor to be asked to come here, as tonight was just a huge, huge honor. I feel so blessed to be a part of the Tzu Chi family here in San Dimas. The only thing I request of Tzu Chi is they probably have the grandest volunteer organization in the world. I think, I'm looking at Han as I say this, I think they need to write a book. So many fraternal organizations in the world globally are graying out. Look around this patio, folks. Look at this plaza. Look at the volunteers. They are not graying out. So let's hope that Tzu Chi will help other organizations across the world, let them bite people into stepping up to the plate and volunteering. And so again, I would like to thank you very much. Thank you very much for the invite. Hope to be back again. Have a great evening.
Thank you very much, Ms. Skinner. And thank you all very much for joining us this evening. Other esteemed guests we would like to recognize. We ask you to please stand and wave and remain standing as your name is called. And we ask everyone to please hold your applause until the end. Taipei Economic and Cultural Office, LA Deputy Director, Kathy Chen.
President of San Gabriel Valley Municipal Water District, Thomas Wong. Allied Pacific IPA, Dr. Albert Young, Dr. Judy Liao, Dr. Paul Chu, Dr. Thomas Lam.
LA County Department of Mental Health, Adrian Hammett. City of Ontario, Council Member Debbie Porada.
LA County Sheriff's Department Deputy Homeless Liaison, Rodney Gutierrez. LA Regional Food Bank Agency Relations Coordinator, Melania Carrion.
The Emergency Food Assistance Program Specialist of the LA Regional Food Bank, Betty Jimenez. LA County Health Services, Mary Creeman.
Pomona Unified School District, Paul Knopf. President of Premier Partnerships, Brian Stewart.
Department of Social Welfare at UCLA's Luskin School of Public Affairs, Lei Chen. UCLA Professor Dr. David Blundell.
Field Deputy of the Office of LA County Board of Supervisor Kathleen Barger, Jimmy Wu. Chairman of the Board, Allied Pacific IPA, Dr. Kenneth Sim.
Los Angeles County Health Services, Marie Creeman. Nova Times, Frank Su.
Reverend Frederick Brennian, Higashi Hongaji. Finance Director of the Society of St. Vincent de Paul, Christina Wu and her guests.
Volunteers of America, Reggie Clark and Teddy Green. Foothill Unity Creek, Rachel Black.
IBS USA College, Venerable Dr. Zhang Mei. And City of Hope, Lan Fong.
We would also like to thank our sponsors for their generous support. City of Hope. Allied Pacific, IPA.
One Legacy. Angeles College.
Top Glove. Coalition of Asian American IPA, KAIPA.
Pacific Clinics. Cathay Bank.
Due to the sheer number of guests in the audience tonight, we apologize if there are individuals or organizations we may have missed. But thank you for your continued support in Tzu Chi and for allowing us to extend our helping hand locally and internationally. Please give a round of applause for everyone here.
Tzu Chi USA is the first overseas chapter of Tzu Chi Foundation. It was established in 1989 in Alhambra. Let's take a look back at the inception of Tzu Chi abroad.
这些影像来自慈济基金会国际赈灾场景。
难民流亡路线上，慈济志工在；余震废墟旁，慈济志工在；风灾后的死城里，慈济志工也在。这些画面不是宣传，而是慈济志工烙印在心板上，视同信仰、相信的本分事。慈济基金会全球分支点与关怀足迹遍布90多个国家和地区，八方有难，只要到得了，慈济志工都会在。2003年，慈济正式成为联合国非政府组织会员。2008年，慈济成为大陆第1家境外非营利组织基金会。2010年，慈济取得联合国经济社会理事会特殊咨询地位。这股慈善能量行经50多年，已经在国际间形塑出美善形象。慈济故事的缘起来自这个小木屋。正言法师从1966年开始便不断宣说，1元5角都能做善事，只要日日在竹筒中存下5毛钱，为善是人人的本分事，不管穷人或富人。这是以智慧为粮，以慈悲济世的人间实相。另一方面，弥漫于世间焦急、忙乱、不安的种种，更让正言法师忧心不已。只要上人在花莲，无论如何疲累，在许许多多天微破晓的清晨，总会透过静思沉语，从佛法义理中深入浅出，一一抚慰不安的心灵。这些如涌泉般涓涓滴滴的智慧法语，坚定且温柔的智慧开示，总会被有心的弟子们忠实记录、校对，终而集结成一本又一本简单易懂的著作。无数的失望生命因展读上人的书而回头，无数的禁锢心灵因展读上人的书而开放，许多的破碎家庭因展读上人的书而和乐，许多的美善因缘因展读上人的书而具足。与其说正言法师是当代著作等身的文学巨擘，不如更贴切地说，这是一位宗教家的慈悲情怀。著书立说，无不在于拥抱苍生。上人的第一本著作《正言法师静思语》出版于1989年，记录自平日向弟子、会员或社会大众的开示或谈话。简洁而充满深意的文字，总共被翻译成18种语言版本，不仅是华人社会广为流传，也深受西方读者的喜爱。心系教育的正言法师更有一系列的著作是针对年轻人宣说。春天的约定、诚实的商人、撒下好命的种子写给年轻人的祝福，无一不循循善诱，无一不语重心长。关切气候变迁、呼吁环保、人心净化的著作，亲近在源头、新式效应、与地球共生息等等，几乎每一个季度，正言法师都有一本新书出版。静思弟子一起读书，一起共修，在文字中细细领略。上人以自身、以慈济人为典范，以正知、正见、正思维引领补足对治人间的种种迷茫与困惑。正言法师与慈济是一个佛教基金会，是一个国际非政府组织，也是一个期待人人向上向善的修行团体。慈济人在人间行善的慈悲步履，都源自于师父正言法师的殷殷叮咛与教诲。从1993年起，正言法师共8次获颁海内外各知名大学，包括社会科学、社会福利、人文、文学等荣誉博士学位。 但法师总是自谦，这一连串肯定和殊荣，都应回归全球的慈济人。世人以钦佩之情见证慈济实践人救人人帮人，知易却行难的志工精神，慈济人却深深体解，慈悲与温柔的力量之所以能如此撼动人心，是因为爱与智慧。而上人的身体力行，是所有问题的答案。
Journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And in 1989, with the help of Brother Stephen Huang, Tzu Chi took its very first step on this side of the hemisphere, and Tzu Chi USA was born. Once a successful businessman, he retired and devoted his time to Tzu Chi, becoming Master Chen Yan's arms and legs around the world. Thus, he has expanded his mission to Tzu Chi US. Formerly the first CEO of Tzu Chi USA, and now the Executive Director for Global Volunteers, please welcome Brother Stephen Huang.
Thank you, thank you. Mayor Morris, all our honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, and all our family people from Taiwan or over 16 countries and areas, good evening. Thank you to come over tonight. Actually, I'm very excited. 45 years ago, I immigrated to this great country of the world. And now I'm 71, believe it or not. And tomorrow night, I have to fly to Mozambique, Malawi, and Zimbabwe to help those victims. Thousands of people was killed by the flood. Millions of people have no food, no water. But I have to go to leave behind the beautiful San Dimas campus and beautiful people here tonight. Thinking about 30 years ago, when one of my business, Calvin Klein jeans, I'm ready to go public in New York, Wall Street. But I decided not to because of Master Chen Yan. She said, enough is enough. So I say, okay, enough is enough. I only have 2 bowls of rice every meal, 3 meals a day, and my bed is only 3 by 6. So how much do you want? And at that time, my house is so big, sometimes I cannot find my wife and children. And my car, people can buy the house. But every time I drove that car out, every 5 minutes I have to go out to see it gets stolen or somebody scratch it with the key. So how come I become that stupid to spend money? So I hire a chauffeur. And every time I sit in the back seat, I say, that guy enjoyed the car, not me. So what the hell? I've been doing this. So I decided to join Tzu Chi. So I met Master Chen Yan August the 3rd, 1989. I'm so touched. She is so skinny, so short, a Buddhist nun. But at that time, she already built, 3 years, already built a huge hospital in the area called Hualien, which is the big mountainside at the east side of Taiwan. Nobody wants to go there. Even the doctors tonight come over here, maybe they are forced to go to Hualien at that time, especially Dr. Chen from Taiwan Hospital, very famous Taiwan University and Taiwan Hospital, Taiwan University Hospital. Anyway, that's the old story. So Master Chen Yan changed my life and changed my value of my life. And I just talked to Mayor Morris about 10 minutes ago. 2005, when I come to this campus, my friend took me over here. I said, where is San Dimas? I never know San Dimas. He said, come, it's a beautiful place. So I come up here, Valley Center Avenue, and then no road. So narrow. And then, and come up here, 90 acres. I said, wow, mountains, stream, and tunnels, trails, nice, but need a lot of dollars to improve. So I said, Austin Chow, he was the CEO at that time. Austin, come up here, Austin. Austin is from San Francisco and San Jose area. And again, he dropped his beautiful career and make a lot of money and come to Tzu Chi, work for nothing. Okay. So at that time, he was the CEO. I said, Austin, buy this, bought this place. And he said, easement, problems, money. I mean, nobody wants to come up here. I said, if you don't buy it, take your head to come to see me. Anyway, he bought it. Great guy. He bought it. He's the one who bought this place.
With the blessing from Master and Brother Huang.
Thank you. And then comes another CEO, William K. Dr. K. He's the guy in charge tonight's event. Come up here. And Dr. K say, gee, need a lot of money to improve this campus. I refuse. I said, Dr. K, if you refuse, you go back to mountain. I drive him from Long Island, New York. Again, he make a lot of money as a doctor and businessman, but come up Tzu Chi for nothing, okay? Just like the wonderful lady just say, our biggest and the most powerful people here is our volunteers, okay? So Dr. K spent a lot of money to improve this playground here, okay? Thousands of dollars, and then all over the campus. And now Hang, come on Hang. He has no hair. You know why? Because of this campus. He worries so much. So these three great guys, and four of us, and naturally another few brothers and sisters, and then Deborah, Paulina, so many people work together to make tonight possible, okay? So really, I want to thank all of us, especially our master in Taiwan, and she's 82, and will become 83 pretty soon. So please join us. As I told Mayor Morris, we need another big help from the city, from the county, and we'll do big job for the United States and all over the world. And we already helped the 98 countries already. And you know which country is the 98th we help? Russia. I was there a few months ago. And now we are helping single family. You know how many percent single family in Russia? Believe it or not, more than 50%. More than 50%, okay? Too much vodka. That's a problem, okay? So anyway, I don't want to keep the program short so long. Thank you all very much. Let's bow to them, and then we go back. Thank you. Oh, stay, okay.
At this time, we would also like to invite all the distinguished guests we had named previously. Would you please we invite you to come on stage
Mayor?
with us to cut our cake.
All our honorable guests, please join us on the stage.
Please, very
Frank,
welcome to come on
Frank,
stage
yes.
with us.
The City of Hope. We're
还有
gonna
所
cut
有
the
来
cake.
的台湾的军长们，也请你邀请你们来上台，谢谢。
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please don't be shy. Since this is also a birthday celebration, I think everyone will know what comes next. Before we cut the cake, does everyone know the happy birthday song? Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Does everyone want to hear the Chinese version? 祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐。
祝福你无量寿，祝福你无量寿，祝福你
无量寿，祝福你无量寿。
哦，感恩感恩 ，Happy Birthday！
好了吗？可以下去了吗？可以。OK，Thank you，Thank you，Thank you very much。
Thank you to all our honored guests and our executives. And happy birthday to Tzu Chi USA for turning 30 this year.
Do you need yours?
So here we have longevity peaches and a birthday cake. Tzu Chi was founded by Master Cheng Yen in 1966 in Hualien. Please enjoy the next performance by Tzu Chi volunteers of different generations, from the earliest commissioners to Tzu Ching collegiate volunteers, Tzu Sao high school volunteers, to our English volunteers and our Jingsi volunteers. Please welcome them to the stage. Tzu Chi's torch will be passed on from generation to generation. Tzu Chi volunteers give without asking in return.
The performance of sign language to music is unique in Tzu Chi's culture. It began as a way for volunteers to communicate with those who are hard of hearing or unable to speak.
Would the Latin American volunteers please await on stage left. Latin American volunteers from Ecuador, Mexico, Honduras, Paraguay, and Brazil, please wait on stage left.
Ladies and gentlemen, the future of Tzu Chi. And now, let's take a look at Tzu Chi USA's disaster relief efforts from the U.S. to South America.
不只是带来了物资，还带来了爱。正言法师相信，只有爱能够带来希望。Posiblemente un vehículo con 2 ocupantes más.
Una ciudad caída, pero de gente guerrera y luchadora.
Go, go, go! Gracias, Tzu Chi. Never give up.
Somos una familia. Next up are Latin American volunteers from Ecuador, Mexico, Honduras, Paraguay, and Brazil will perform the sign language to the song One Family. And the people that you saw on the video today are here today. Please welcome them to the stage.
Feel free to sign along. It's a very easy song.
Estoy feliz.
Let's welcome everyone together. Somos una familia.
We are all one family under the same night sky. Thank you to our Latin American volunteers. Once you have come to Tzu Chi, you are part of the Tzu Chi family. In 2017, hurricanes ravaged the South. Next, we would like to welcome Brother Ji-Yun to the stage and Julian to share their experiences with the disaster from Hurricane Harvey.
One of the trailers was sponsored by a Buddhist compassion relief fund known as the Tzu Chi Foundation.
During this time, I have felt supported and been deeply moved by family, by friends, and total strangers. A Taiwan Buddhist compassion relief organization, Tzu Chi Foundation USA, who donated $1,000 to my family on the spot.
You guys were here within 24 hours. You were the first people on the scene, if I recall. You were the first people as we walked through the door, before the supplies even started.
The Buddhist Tzu Chi Foundation has put together $10 million. There is no red tape, there's no nonsense, there's no hassle. They come online and they get their assistance immediately.
Thanksgiving's coming. Yes, the cash card, it's huge. And just knowing that someone's out there that even cares, besides the dollar value of the card.
The line is doing well, everyone's doing well, everyone's happy, everyone's excited that we're gonna be back on our feet. God bless everybody.
It's really beautiful what your organization and you as individuals are doing.
Your organization has brought so much joy and comfort.
You were also giving them a message of hope.
Every nationality working together. Love means more to me than any dollar bill.
We were
descended on by this conclave of Blue Angels that we call them. We couldn't believe an organization like this could come to Dickinson, Texas. They're from all over, really. If you'll give a round of applause, please, to all these volunteers.
You think, I'm only one person, I can't affect anything, but that's not true. And what she did was like putting a pebble into the pond and watching the ripples go. It affects so many more people when you touch so many more lives.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Today, in that tent, we will all breathe the same air. We will all walk the same ground together.
Now let's invite Brother Tai-san and Julian to the stage.
Good evening. I'm Ta Zhong Huang, of Director of Southern Region. Okay. Tonight I will introduce our Hurricane Harvey's task team leaders, Julian Cheese, talking about more than some more about Hurricane Harvey's disaster relief. Okay, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. On August 25th, 2017, when Hurricane Harvey made landfall in Rockport, Texas, it flooded thousands of homes, and Tzu Chi volunteers mobilized to distribute immediate relief to the coastal towns, spanning from Rockport all the way to Beaumont and Port Arthur. It took 200 volunteers making 30 distributions in 30 days. We distributed over $7 million to over 10,000 families. One of the cities we first descended upon was the town of Dickinson, Texas, which is just outside Houston. In the next video, you will see Mayor Julie Masters showing her appreciation to Tzu Chi Foundation and all of its volunteers. So please enjoy.
Thank you, bro.
Hi, I'm Julie Masters. I'm the mayor of the city of Dickinson in Texas. And we were fortunate enough after Hurricane Harvey that Tzu Chi showed up in the city of Dickinson to help our citizens with their immediate needs recovering from this devastating flood that we had here in the city of Dickinson. So grateful to this organization for what they did for our citizens. They continue to stay involved in our community, which means so much to so many that are still trying to recover from Hurricane Harvey. We have a lot of success. A lot of people have recovered, businesses have reopened, but we still have people out there and children that are still not back in their homes. I was just at a house yesterday with a group from college kids from Iowa State, and they were down here on spring break helping a man trying to fix his mother's house back up. It's so heartfelt. It just touches, it reminds you that the goodness and humanity. That's what we saw when Tzu Chi showed up in Dickinson. Was we did see neighbor helping neighbor, but for strangers to show up in our city and offer the kind of immediate assistance that Tzu Chi did, it was overwhelming. It was so touching, and it really showed the love that this organization can spread to people in a small town like ours and large cities around the world that that have these devastations happen in their communities. So I thank you so much for being a part of this amazing organization, and I wish you the happiest of 30th anniversaries here in the United States, and we thank you so much for all you do for all of us here in the U.S.
Wildfires ravaged California last year. Please welcome Brother Minjing Xie, CEO of Northwest Region, to share his experience.
So, 144 days ago, California's deadliest and most destructive fire in the history happened in Northern California. It happened on November 8th. On day 2, our sisters and brothers were in the shelter, which were almost 4 hours away from our office. In a week, when the Disaster Recovery Center was open, our sisters and brothers were in the center the very first day. In less than 5 weeks, sisters and brothers were in the disaster center every single day, and we distributed $4.3 million to over 7,500 families, helping 20,000 people, which is 2/3 of the town Paradise population. 2 weeks ago, I went back to another town above Paradise. By the way, 144 days has passed, but Tzu Chi sisters and brothers went back to the town of Paradise, to the town on the mountain every single week. 2 weeks ago, when I was in the town called Kankau and Yankee Hill, I met a lady, and her name is Nicole. She recognized me right away. She recognized our sisters and brothers with me right away. I know you. I recognize this uniform. I recognize your hat. Then another gentleman by the name Desmond, he told me, you know, I received your blanket 10 years ago, and now we see you again. Guess what? It's not the money. It's the hearts that connect us with those people that we never met before. You know what? They are our family members, not just a friend. Today, when we went back to Chico, to Paradise, to Kankau, almost every town we went, we always encountered survivors who can recognize Tzu Chi right away. And yet, 3 months ago, nobody knows about us. So, these are our sisters and brothers. Today, I want to introduce a very special brother, and his name is Michael Zuccolino. And let's watch his video. Thank you.
My name is Mike Zuccolillo. I'm a council member here at the town of Paradise. And, you know, I understand you guys are celebrating your 30-year anniversary. And, you know, I'm really excited about that. You know, I didn't know much about the Tzu Chi Foundation until you guys came when, you know, we were in our most desperate times. And, you know, the outpouring of love and support that you've given, not only, you know, monetarily, but just emotionally, you know, someone there to talk to, someone there to hug, someone there to give hope. And, you know, I saw a lot of people, you know, set up at the Disaster Recovery Center, which is where you were and a lot of other groups. And, you know, I saw people waiting in those chairs up front, and they kind of had a little frown on their face. They were kind of down. And, you know, I'd see them come in and they would talk with you, and I'd see them start smiling. I see the kids start laughing, and it gave people hope. And, you know, in times like this, that's all you have sometimes. When you lose everything, you lose your home, you lose all your belongings. Sometimes all you have is hope. And you guys, without hesitation, were here. I mean, before this, I didn't know what sushi was. Almost nobody knew what the Tzu Chi Foundation was. And now everybody knows what it is. And you guys have done more for our community than almost any other group here. And you guys just came just because, you know, out of love, and I couldn't be more appreciative. And my community can't be more appreciative.
Thank you very much, Brother Mingjing, and also Michael. So regardless of the disaster that may have inspired us to step through Tzu Chi's doors, Master Chen Yan reminds us not to forget our initial aspiration that year we joined Tzu Chi. Sadly, much of the disasters are caused by climate change by our own doings. Thus, Tzu Chi stresses the importance to treasure, love, and protect our Mother Earth for ourselves, for others, and for all the generations to come.
生命的开展，在我信心高时候，你开启我慧命的亮光，你用喜乐散播菩提的种子，你用大无怨无求的耕耘。收回伤，母亲啊母亲，大地的母亲啊，只为呼唤大地的子民。爱洒将清凉普世众生心田。
Thank you to our volunteers for such a mesmerizing performance. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to gather all your prayers and send them off to the rest of the world so they too can be blessed. You will find candles on your tables. Please rise and light your candles by pressing down the center. Please place the candles to your heart. Our apologies. We have one more performance before the candle lighting. Please take your seats. Enjoy the comfy seats, the cushions, and we have another performance. And we will repeat to turn off the lights. Thank you.
前进，阳光爱荡在城市的洪流中，身心被摧毁，一直在煎熬。爱好澎湃，爱好汹涌，心之一步，身随之舞，手之不动，一脉牵结。水万涌，心托山穹中，岁月再三蹉跎，脚步不曾停留，坚持跨佛的坚持，舍得佛陀可舍得，发心离愿，发心离愿。手之不动，心静息，一脉牵结，走走走，手之不动，心静息，一脉牵结，静静静，手之不动，心一脉牵结，手之不动，一脉牵
请他们站起。Please raise your candles. Please all rise. Generosity, morality, patience, diligence, meditation, wisdom.
我的心在静思中感恩，我的心念充满虔诚。大家一起
pray for remembrance, resiliency, and renowned spirit. Let this light be the symbolic triumph over the darkness. Our Master Chen Yen has 3 prayers. 愿人心净化，社会祥和，天下无灾难. May our hearts be pure, our societies be peaceful, and our world free of disaster and sufferings. Let us take a moment of silence. Thank you for your prayers. There is no prayer to change the past, but we look forward and pray for peace in this world with no more suffering. There is healing in us moving forward. We have a future. We have hope. May our prayers be heard loud and clear. Please continue to leave your candles lit for the remainder of the ceremony. You may be seated. They say time flies when you're having fun, and boy, did this weekend fly by. It's hard to believe that we're nearing the end already. Thank you all for coming and sharing this special weekend with us.
We hope you've gotten a lot out of your time here, whether it's for continuing your professional growth in the medical field or sparking that compassionate fire within you to continue giving back to the community, much like Tzu Chi USA has done for the past 30 years. From earthquakes to forest fires, hurricanes to disease outbreaks, Tzu Chi USA has been there through thick and thin, always the first to arrive on the scene and the last to leave.
And as I have said from day one, wherever there is a disaster, wherever there is a need, you can always count on our Tzu Chi brothers and sisters. Let us once again cheer in celebration of Tzu Chi USA's 30th anniversary, and with your help, here's to another 30 years and beyond. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a good night.
Hello, hello. Okay, now we will get ready.